Back in 2013, I got a LEGO Chima set. The build was great and all, but one particular piece caught my eye. LEGO Part 13259. I had never seen a piece quite like it up to that point, with its unique ability to cover up those ugly anti-studs that often showed up on the bottom sides of builds. How revolutionary, I thought. I can't wait to see the thousands of different ways that LEGO will use pieces like these to make future sets much more sleek and smooth. So I waited, and waited, and waited. Now at this point today, out of the hundreds of different tiles and wedges to choose from, how many do you think LEGO has decided to produce in this amazing inverted form? I'll tell you, exactly 5. I don't really count this rounded bottom 2x2 since it's not really a normal tile for creating flat surfaces. Anyways, if we look at the 5 tiles, you'll notice that 2 of them are too specialized for specific cases, and one of them has a hole drilled into the middle of it for no reason. I know I just praised a piece for having a hole in a previous video, but this is not the place for it right now. I want to smooth off sections, not create even more craters. So in reality, we only actually have 2 true inverted pieces at our disposal that can be used for general cases. Can you believe that even after over a decade of development, or 3 decades if you count this piece, the 1x2 and 1x1 tiles, which are cornerstones of LEGO building, have never been graced with an inverted version? Well, I guess we can't really expect these new pieces to be prioritized when the existing pieces are already so neglected in sets. Are you really gonna tell me that you're gonna leave over 100 anti-studs uncovered when the fixes are right there? I know some people like the charm of having some studs exposed, but this is getting ridiculous. Next, whenever LEGO needs to design patterns on 2 sides of a wing, they'll usually put normal plates on one side, and then put the same exact plates on the other side as well, but this time uglier with the anti-studs. Do you see the issue now? They're already spending the extra money and effort to include the detailing, but they can't seem to take the final step to develop the proper inverted pieces to actually make it look good. So what you end up with is a mediocre looking solution that also increases the cost of the set. Now you might say, oh, it's going to be too expensive for LEGO to make so many new inverted tile molds, which will drive up the price of the set even more. Well, guess what? If LEGO actually made these pieces when they should have and put them in the several sets that needed them throughout the years, then eventually the production costs will be spread thin enough to the point that they would cost the same as the normal wedges and tiles included in the same set anyways. At this point, you might still be thinking, wait a minute, there's definitely more than 5 types of inverted tiles made throughout the past decade. And you'd be right. Inverted slopes have gone almost the exact opposite treatment by LEGO, being included in a huge abundance, and most importantly, in the right situations. Very much unlike the flat tiles. I use these pieces in so many of my own custom creations. You'd be surprised at how many builds require an upwards taper. In fact, I have a theory that LEGO was kind of forced to include these inverted slopes in so many sets compared to inverted flat tiles, because while it's easy to pass off an unseemly flat surface, it's much harder to fake a curved surface. Regardless, at least LEGO did one thing right. However, after talking so much about inverted tiles, I still think there's one piece that's arguably even more important yet neglected. Double-sided plates. Why create special tiles that attach to anti-studs when you can remove anti-studs entirely? Honestly, it's incredible that a piece type that has been sought after for so long has never been produced into an actual set. There are already so many pieces that are 90% of the way there. Just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V into a plate form. Just imagine if this piece had studs on both sides instead of anti-studs, then this whole symmetrical fin issue would never exist. And to be honest, I don't care which route you go down, but LEGO, at least try to do something about this. With that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.